Hi everyone, welcome to my vlog presentation about the theories of intelligence and the five cognitive psychologists. Today we'll explore how different psychologists define intelligence and how their theories shaped how we understand human thinking and learning. Why is theories of intelligence matter? Theories of intelligence matter because they help us understand how people learn, solve problems, and adapt to their environments. By studying these theories, educators can develop better teaching strategies, and we can also understand our own strengths and ways of thinking. What is intelligence? Intelligence is the ability to learn from experience, think critically, solve problems, and adapt to new situations. It's not just about IQ or grades, it's also about creativity, emotional awareness, and real world skills. These are the five cognitive psychologists. First, we have Charles Spearman. Second, we have L.L. Thurstone. Third, we have the CHC or Cattle Horn Carroll. Next, we have Howard Gardner. And lastly, we have Robert Sternberg. Charles Spearman. Charles Spearman proposed the two-factor theory of intelligence. He believed that intelligence consists of a general ability called G, which affects overall performance, and S, which refers to specific abilities in certain areas like math or language. Critics and strengths of Spearman's model. Spearman's model is simple and easy to measure, which made it useful for IQ testing. However, critics say it's too narrow. It doesn't consider creativity, emotions, or social skills. Intelligence is more than just one general factor. Next, we have L.L. Thurstone. Thurstone disagreed with Spearman. He said intelligence is made up of seven primary mental abilities such as verbal comprehension, word fluency, numerical ability, inductive or deductive reasoning, spatial visualization, perceptual speed, and memory. He believed people have unique strengths in different areas, not just one general intelligence. L.L. Thurstone, pros and cons. The strength of Thurstone's theory is that it recognizes diversity and human abilities, but the downside is that it's hard to measure and still shows some overlap, suggesting a general factor might still exist. Next, we have Cattle, Horn, and Carroll, or the CHC. Cattle, Horn, and Carroll combined ideas into the CHC theory. They divided intelligence into three layers. First, we have the general intelligence, or the G. Broad abilities like fluid and crystallized intelligence. Narrow abilities or specific skills. It's one of the most accepted models today. CHC theory, benefits, and limitation. The CHC theory is detailed and helps explain how different mental skills connect. It's widely used in educational and psychological testing. However, it can be too complex and relies heavily on standardized testing. Howard Gardner Multiple Intelligences Theory. Howard Gardner proposed the multiple intelligence theory. He believed people have eight or more intelligence, like linguistic, logical, mathematical, spatial, musical, bodily kinesthetic, interpersonal, intrapersonal, and naturalistic. He said everyone learns differently and has their own unique strengths. Strengths and criticism of Gardner. Gardner's theory celebrates individual talents and promotes diverse learning styles, but critics say it lacks strong scientific evidence and can be hard to measure objectively. Robert Sternberg, triarchic or contextual or wisdom theory. Robert Sternberg introduced the triarchic theory of intelligence, which includes three parts: analytical intelligence, problem solving and academic skills, creative intelligence, innovation and imagination, practical intelligence, common sense, and life skills. Sternberg, pros and cons. Sternberg's theory gives a realistic view of intelligence. It goes beyond tests and includes creativity and practical thinking. But measuring these types of objectively is still a challenge. Theory's summary. To summarize, Spearman: 1. General intelligence or G factor. Thurstone: 7 primary abilities. CHC or Cattle, Horn, and Carroll: hierarchical model with multiple levels. Gardner: multiple intelligences, each unique. Sternberg: analytical, creative, and practical intelligence. Each theory highlights different sides of how humans think and learn, but none explain it all perfectly. Applications and implications. These theories guide teachers, psychologists, and even employers in school. They help create varied learning activities in daily life. They remind us that intelligence isn't just academic, it's also social, emotional, and creative. Reflection and discussion. Personally, I believe intelligence can't be measured by one test. Everyone has different kinds of smart, from being good with people to be. Closing. Key takeaway: intelligence is multifaceted. No one size no one size fits all theory, but complementary perspectives. In next section, information processing models and cognitive mechanisms. The end. Thank you for listening, guys. See you next time.